Hello, all you beautiful baseball nerds. I am Paul. First time showing face on the channel. Um, this is Faraday Sports, and today I want to tell you to stop investing in cards. Um, I got back into this hobby fairly recently because I just missed opening packs of baseball cards, looking at baseball cards, collecting baseball cards, sorting through baseball cards, putting cards in binders. That's what I missed. And I think that the commodification, obviously it's always been there. If you're in your 40s or 50s and you're still in the hobby and you're my generation of collector that started with, Topps and Donruss and Fleer 82, 83. If you start in that generation, you remember Mr. Mint, guy that walked around with a briefcase full of cash. He would just buy, what would today be Gem Mint 10 cards, wholesale style. And he was famous. He marketed himself fantastically. He had his own merch and all that. So it commodifying baseball cards and using baseball cards as a financial weapon has always been a thing. The story of my generation is, you will collect a bunch of cards as a kid. You will put them away in storage, planning on buying your first house with them after college. You go away to college, you come back, and what happened? Mom threw them all out. Mom gave them away. Mom did something with them. For me, most of my cards got lost in a basement flood. So, I can't blame my mom for that. But coming back into baseball cards recently, what I see, what really bothers me is the just the flat out passion, not for sports but for investing. We're turning baseball cards and sports cards in general into the next Bitcoin. We just saw this week Topps announced that they were going to launch a NFT product line on Wax. They're trying to jump in on the Top Shot, NBA Top Shot nonsense, which I honestly I don't get. And I'm of the age where technology is starting to escape me, and that really annoys me because I like technology and I just can't keep up with it now. And the NFT thing and NBA Top Shot, I'm not an NBA fan. I was when I was a kid, but it doesn't interest me too much anymore. But I don't get how you can spend all that money on a GIF. The blockchain, it just escapes me. And for people who understand it and know it and enjoy it, cool. But somebody commented on one of my Topps Month posts, what's the point of this? Is there a value to this? No, not really. I mean, people are out there buying and selling cards and accounts and all that. But to me, the value is I like watching Bryce Harper play. And on my personal account, I collect Bryce Harper. And for me, the enjoyment and the value in that is to be able to say that at one point before the 2021 release, I had at least one of every common Bryce Harper card of at least him wearing a Phillies jersey. I think I was missing two of his Washington Nationals commons. But that was the enjoyment for me. That was the value to me to be able to say, I like Bryce Harper and I have all the cards. I have all the commons. I had a good chunk of the young commons, whatever. That's the value to me. And I think that, Topps has definitely played this card for last generation of collectors. But the value to me, and I think the value to a lot of people my age was, we watch, for me it was sitting in the living room with my grandpa watching the Phillies on Spectrum or PHL 17, listening to Harry Kalas and Whitey Ashburn call a game, watching them down in the Astrodome take a series from the Astros, watching them out on the West Coast, staying up late to watch them play the Dodgers, and then going to my local card shop, Faraday Trading Company in Morton, no longer there, but going to Faraday Trading and buying packs of Topps and Fleer and Donruss and opening them up, looking through them for cool pictures, then turning them over and going to my need list for the year. Need it, want it, need it, have it, need it, have it, trading it. That was it for me. And I would collect the whole set. And if I had Phillies, my guys were Mike Schmidt and Steve Carlton, and to a lesser extent Pete Rose for a long time. When I got a Mike Schmidt card, immediately into a 9-sleeve, immediately into my Phillies binder, and I still have all of those cards. We sold a couple of the higher end Mike Schmidts when I was a kid to help the family get out of financial struggles, but all of the other ones I still have. They're in a binder. They're in that binder right there. I have them all, and I'm still adding to them, and I have no plans of selling them. The most valuable baseball collectibles I own, I have a Louisville Slugger 50th anniversary of the Hall of Fame that is signed by like 45, 46 different Hall of Famers. Every one of them fell in line. They signed in a roll call around the barrel, except for Willie Mays, who had to be all goofy and sign it crooked, even though we asked him very nicely if he could just sign it in the line. Fuck you, Willie Mays. And then we have an NL ball that's signed by all the players that went into the Hall as National Leaguers, and we have an American League ball with all the Hall of Famers that went in for an AL team. I have no idea how much money those three are worth. First of all, they're not COA'd. It would cost me $1 trillion to get all those autographs certified, but I have no idea what the value of those three pieces of memorabilia will be. And honestly, I don't care, because they have so much intrinsic and historic and personal value to me that nobody could come up and say, I will give you money for this. Because nobody could come up with a number that matches how much it means to me in here. And that, I think, has been lost in collectibles. That has been lost with Topps releasing, the special edition, the Heritage and, the 101 and the printing plates. And I was a Mike Schmidt super collector. I wanted to have one of every card ever produced for Mike Schmidt. And for a long time, I was real close to that goal. But today, if I wanted to be a super collector, I've got to go get 15 new cards every year. I've got to get 40 variations of those cards every year. And it will be a full-time job. It will be a full-time job just to be a Schmidt super collector. And for an average middle-class guy like me, I just can't do it. And I'm not going to chase that dragon. And I think that we, as a community, really need to get back into the idea of, you know what, I do this for me. With the gig economy and the way the economy's been for the last 20 years, my generation and down, the millennials, the zillennials, I'm Gen X, I'm Gen X, millennial rising, I guess. I don't know. Class of 78. I was born in 78. But from my age, younger, there's so much pressure to turn everything you do into a side hustle that we forget that the first time I opened a pack of baseball cards, it was because I just liked baseball. And here was something that I could have in my home and look at the cards and read the stats on the back and know about the game that I was growing a love for. And we need to get back to that. If we're ever going to put the heart back into the hobby, we need to do that again. So that's why I'm encouraging people to stop investing. Stop looking for the next $1 million card. And oh my God, stop with the obsessive submissions for grading. This right here. This is the only card I have in a slab. This is it. This was a gift from Matthew Lee Rosen from baseballcard.art. It was a gift, and it's a piece of art, and it's a one of one, and it's something that this is always going to be featured prominently somewhere in my collection. We're looking at buying a house, and in my area, in our house, I'm planning on getting a very special display case, and this is going to have the front and center feature place in it, because this means a lot to me. Nobody can offer me money for this. This is not for sale. This is NFS NFT. And this is what the hobby means to me. This is what it means to me. Here, more. Right here, just on my desk. This is what the hobby means to me. It's not a 10. It's not a PSA 10. It's not even in a penny sleeve. I pulled this out of my binder because I had 9 of these in a sleeve. I figured, you know what? Maybe I can trade this for another Mike Schmidt to somebody on TCDB. TCDB. Here's another one. Common. But it's Mike Schmidt, and I have it, I love it. Mike Schmidt and Gary Carter. These are just on my desk. Another common card. But I love it, and I'm never trading it because not only am I a Mike Schmidt guy, but goddamn, Gary Carter was a phenomenal catcher and a good guy. Never going to trade. I mean, I might trade it because I already have another one. This one you can trade for. Can't trade for this. Stop letting other people tell you how much your baseball cards are worth. Stop sending cards to PSA and JSA and GI Joe and everybody. Just stop sending your cards. It doesn't matter, because you put your card in an envelope, you send it to PSA, and what happens? Another person, another human being who has been wearing a mask to work for a year now, who might have gotten the wrong order for lunch at the local sandwich shop, who might have had an argument with their partner the night before, who might just not be happy at work that day. They're going to be sitting there looking at the card, and is that perfectly square? And is Gary Carter smiling? Does Schmidt have a zit on his nose? And you know what? No, this isn't a Gem Mint 10. This isn't a 10. This is a 9. Send the same card into another place at a different time, and it gets a 7. Send it again, it gets a 10. So who cares? Honest to God, who cares what your cards are how clean your cards are? Who cares? Every card is perfect because it's got a picture of a baseball player on the front and stats on the back. Every card is perfect. Stop caring. Collect cards because you love baseball and you love pictures of baseball players. Should be enough. Thanks for listening to my 13-minute long rant. If you agree with me, great. Let me know why you collect. If you disagree with me, great. Let me know why you collect. Let's have this conversation. Let's just talk about it. Leave a comment below. Let me know why you collect, why you invest, what is your mission in baseball. Like, subscribe, share. Let's get the conversation going. Thank you again. We're going to have more Out of the Park 22 and Topps Bunt content coming to you very soon, and we will see you tomorrow. Long live baseball.